50 pounds ago, I approached you to do this on a weekly basis. You said yes. You had no idea what you were getting into. You had no clue how the diet was going to look. You didn't know what was going to happen. You just showed up. And you didn't know if I was going to tell you what to do. You didn't know if I was going to give you something really strict to follow. We didn't talk about any of that. It's just, you're going to be here and we're going to talk about it. And the approach that I took is I gave you some guidelines, low carb, try to keep it. I said, if you want to lose weight fast, keep carbs at 50 or less, concentrate on dense protein sources and fat, and do some walking, and you're going to lose weight fast. And at that time, that would have been the quote perfect approach if you really want to lose weight quickly. And I just gave you that as a structure, and I didn't tell you to do it. I just said, if you really want to lose it quickly, this will work. And you went ahead and kept that in mind, the low carb part, and of course the exercise as well, but just focusing on diet to begin with. And you just started to structure in a plan that would work for you with that in mind, trying to reduce carbs, seeing where you could juggle food so that way it would work to keep the diet interesting, yet being able to lose weight. And each and every week you had to weigh yourself so you knew whether or not it was working. And you started to hone in on limiting your carbs enough to be able to get results. And you were burning a couple pounds a week, and you were doing that, and then ran into some issues, some stress, some unexpected situations. And all of a sudden then started to gain some of the weight back, gained back 10 pounds, and then ended up losing that weight again. But your average weight loss was declining from the 2 pounds a week to then 1.5, and then 1, and then went down to, I think, 0.8 at its lowest because of the rocky road in the middle. But then now you've accelerated. You've accelerated to new levels. You've lost, 2.2, 7.2, 5.4, 3.4, 4.8. I mean, you just consistently lose, and you're losing quickly. And I see you doing things now with my own two eyes that you never would have done before. At the very beginning, if I told you that you would be walking 10,000 steps 5 days a week in the morning and consuming one meal a day, dense with protein and fat, and that's it. So basically fasting, no carb, and walking 10,000, 50,000 steps a week, you would have told me, not only am I insane, but I'm never going to return to shoot another video with you ever again, because you couldn't conceive that would even be possible for you to ever do for any length of time, for one day, much less weeks at a time. And keep in mind that people, I never told him what to do. I didn't. I gave him guidelines, and he started, as time went on, we went through this process, he adopted more himself. He wanted to become more strict. He wanted to become more intense. And he was telling me, hey man, I want to try the fasting. I want to do one meal a day. You told me that. You were asking me, would fasting help? Yeah, it would help. Tell me the intricacies of fasting. And then we went into the one meal a day. You're curious about that. And I'm like, yeah, that would help a lot. But it's up to you. It's something that you would have to do. You would have to structure that for yourself and see if it's something you're willing to follow. And then suddenly you're the one telling me, yeah, I'm going to do the one meal a day and I'm going to make it no carb. What? you went from I have to have 100 grams of carbs a day during the week, and then on the weekends I need to really loosen things up, even for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, to the point where it's like, no, I'm gonna have no carbs during the 5-6 days a week and one meal a day and do 50,000 steps. Totally unheard of. Oh, and I know you real well for 30 years. Totally unheard of. You would never have done this in the past. You would never have done this when we started this 43 episodes ago.